ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا وعظيمنا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع نفوسنا أبي القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وأصحابه الغر الميامين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية سيدي ومولاي علي بن أبي طالب. اللهم صل على محمد. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. Amma ba'd, it's narrated in the Sahih of Muslim that the governor of Medina from the descendants of Marwan asked Sahal bin Sa'ad al-Sa'idi to abuse Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. When Sahal refused, he said to him, then at least say, may God curse Abu Turab. Sahal replied, that title is the dearest one to him because it was given to him by the Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, and his family, and he would be delighted when anyone would call him Abu Turab. The governor said to him, how did he earn that title? He said, when the Prophet went to visit his house and the house of Fatima one day, he asked her, where is the son of your uncle? And she replied, we had a quarrel and he was annoyed with me and left the house. The first of our loud salawat in honor of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. A second even louder salawat in honor of Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam. A third with your loudest voices in honor of the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asri wa zaman. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Respected scholars, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Why does Imam Ali alayhi salam have the title Abu Turab? Many times we hear this title in poetry associated with Imam Ali alayhi salam. That many people know that amongst his most famous titles is of course Abu Turab. But when one looks at the translation in English of Abu Turab, it is father of the dust. When a person looks at that, they might give another translation, father of the earth, father of the clay. But still, if you were to ask many who call him Abu Turab, how did he earn that title? Many of us know that he has that title without understanding the importance of this title. This title became not just the title of Imam Ali alayhi salam, but became a title of the Shia of Imam Ali alayhi salam. There were many who were honored if they were known as a follower of Imam Ali alayhi salam. Because each and every title that Imam Ali alayhi salam has a particular significance. Whatever names we hear, whether it is an ism or a laqab or a kunya of Imam Ali alayhi salam, in one way or the other denotes either a historical issue, a political issue, or a spiritual rank. When you hear in Majalis the name Ali, you hear a name which was given to him by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you hear, for example, in Majalis the name Haydar, that name was famously given to him by who? By his mother. When he famously said in the Battle of Khaybar, أنا الذي سمتني أمي حيدرا. I am the one whose mother named him Haydar. Haydar, Dargham, Layth, Asad, all of these are different lions. So in one way, when I see his name Haydar, I imagine Ali the lion. When I see the name Ali, then of course that is from the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, of course, when we see he is Mahmud, we got Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. When Allah is A'la, we have Ali. When Allah is Fatir as-samawat wal-ard, we have, and so on and so forth. When I see the name Karrar, for example, Karrar means to go forward firmly into the battlefield. So I see the name Karrar, I see firmness. I see the name, for example, other names of Imam Ali such as Murtada. All of these have a significance. Imam doesn't just have 9, 10 names for no reason. It is for us to understand the spiritual rank. Arguably, the highest spiritual rank amongst the names of Imam Ali alayhi salam was what? Was Abu Turab. But many of the Shia, if you were to ask them, why is he called Abu Turab? Many don't know. The spiritual significance of why he is called Abu Turab, very few know. Even though the title Abu Turab of Imam Ali alayhi salam is narrated both in Bukhari and Muslim. Very rare for Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhi salam to have a title such as this being named by both Bukhari and Muslim. If a person looks in Bukhari and looks in Muslim, when you look in Bukhari 2000 and Muslim 2409, or in Bukhari 6204, someone says to me, why put you a number next to them? Because all you have to do on Google, those of you who are watching this lecture, all you need to do on Google is write Sahih al-Bukhari 6204. As you come on the Google search, you will see the hadith about Abu Turab. If you go to Sahih Muslim 2409, the moment you write that, you will see the title Abu Turab. Why would Bukhari and Muslim be so adamant on giving him that title? As in they don't really mention the other titles of Imam Ali alayhi salam. You might get one or two others, but very rare that Imam gets this. You find therefore that the number of traditions that have been narrated is too unanimous for this name not to be given importance. Sunni and Shia both agree that Abu Turab was a wonderful name given to Imam Ali alayhi salam. But when you ask the Sunni school, how did this name come about? The significance of their narration is 180 degrees opposite of ours. I said 180, not 360. Sometimes when a person says 360, they don't realize it just comes back to the same thing. 180 degrees difference between us and between them on a simple title like Abu Turab. Like I said yesterday, it all depends who's writing the books. If a person writes the book as a love of Abu Turab, then they say the real meaning of Abu Turab. If a person, however, writes the books of history without that love for Abu Turab, so what do? You throw in some poison, but you still say, but he got the title Abu Turab. Abu Turab, therefore, as a title, is politically important, legally important, as well as spiritually important. Why? Because when I think of the word Turab, I think of the earth. Father of the earth, father of dust, father of clay. Surely Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wouldn't just give this to Imam Ali randomly. Surely when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would say, you are the father of the earth, I'd like to know, what do you mean father of the earth? What do you mean father of the dust? Because on the one hand, on Yawm al-Qiyamah, the kuffar will say one line, Ya laytani kuntu Turaba. On the day of judgment, the kuffar will say, and I'm giving you a hint already at the beginning of the lecture, already the kuffar on the day of judgment, they will say that I wish I was what? I wish I was earth. I wish I was dust. I wish I was earth. It sounds quite normal, or not. On the other hand, at the same time, when we see alaytani kuntu turaba, why would Allah specifically mention turab? Why not mention something else? In another verse, Allah says, Ya laytani qaddamtu li hayati. I wish I had given more in my life. That makes sense. I wish I had given more. But to say, Ya laytani kuntu turaba, I wish that I was turab, is the kafir simply saying that I wish I was dust on this day? Or is the kafir the ta'weel of the ayah taking us somewhere else? That sometimes that person who covered haqq, because the kafir, look at the word for kafir in English. What is it? To cover. Kufr. Cover. Kufr. It is to cover the truth. A person who's a disbeliever covers the truth. So this person on the day of judgment is going to shout, Ya laytani kuntu turaba. What is the significance of that? Let's tonight examine this in complete depth. And I'd like to do this in the following stages. Number one, how does this companion shock us when he tells us they asked me to abuse Abu Turab? And if abusing the Sahaba is bad, then how comes your own were enjoying it? Number two, was there really a fight between Fatima al-Zahra and Imam Ali that led to this? And why is there always a push to make their relationship seem bad in non-Shia literature? Number three, and of the utmost importance, when we come therefore to the tafsir of Abu Turab, what does Ibn Abbas say the Prophet said to him was the real meaning of why Imam Ali was called Abu Turab? Number four, how did the companions of Imam Ali sometimes like to be called Shia, sometimes Rawafid, sometimes Turabis? And what is the significance of a Turabi? Number five, which companion was told, leave the way of Abu Turab and I will not kill you? And what was the answer of that companion on that day? Number six, how does Imam Ali highlight what he understood Turab to mean? And number seven, how does that companion of all companions narrate to us not just the hadith of Abu Turab, but also the events of Sham, and how much people hated Abu Turab and the children of Abu Turab. Let me examine this and dissect the topic in complete depth. In Sahih Muslim, Imam Ali's name or title is Abu Turab. Muslim narrates this hadith where he discusses how the governor of Medina, from the descendants of Marwan, yes, you heard me correctly, that's the beauty of Islam where it reached, that Marwan ibn al-Hakam, la'natullah alayh, lizard, son of lizard. Marwan ibn al-Hakam, by the way, these aren't my words. When I say lizard, son of lizard, you can find it in the hadith. So I'm not going to bring from myself. Lizard, son of lizard is what he is. La'natullah alayh. Marwan ibn al-Hakam, his descendants became the governors of Medina. One of the governors of Medina from the descendants of Marwan meets Sahal bin Sa'ad al-Sa'adi. Now someone says to me, Sahal bin Sa'ad was a companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. Sahal bin Sa'ad was about 15 when the Prophet died, and he lived for maybe over 80 years afterwards, which means he is one of the oldest companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi ever. Arguably, the oldest companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi was who? Was Abu Tufail. But the rest definitely reached that age where they were on an extremely high age. This Sahal bin Sa'ad al-Sa'di saw everything. He saw Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. He saw the battle of Tabuk. He saw the battles after the Prophet died. He was with the Imam. He was at after Karbala, and so on and so forth. The man lived until a very old age, and he therefore saw the filth of Sham. Yes, mark my words. What did I say? The filth of Sham. Alhamdulillah, when we see sometimes what happens in the world today, just in case anyone doubts what I'm saying, the news will show us the filth of Sham. Yes? Because sometimes a person, when we say these stories on Mimbar, sometimes someone might say to us, how do you know these are true? I say, Baba, look in the news, you'll see. La yaliduna illa fajiran. Anyway, so what happened was, governor of Medina meets Sahal bin Sa'ad al-Sa'di, companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. Sahabi, companion of Rasulullah. Sahih Muslim, the exact narration is that he asked him to abuse Imam Ali alayhi salam. MashaAllah. What a beautiful generation that is. You know, the Salafis, they say the best generations are the ones after Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the one after them and the one after them. At-tabi'een and at-taba tabi'een. Which best generation? And I'm blind, or the books are telling me? A man is asking someone to abuse a Sahabi. So let's not mention the Sahabi's name. You tell us that us Shia, we are the ones who abuse the Sahaba. So what do you say about Bani Umayyah's grandchildren then? What would you say about them? You say the best generations afterwards? What are you saying about them? In your own Sahih Muslim, how many years after Imam has died? 30 years after Imam has died. 40 years after Imam has died. In Sahih Muslim, Sahal the Sahabi is asked, why don't you abuse Imam Ali alayhi salam or abuse Imam Ali alayhi salam? If you thought the Sahaba don't abuse each other, so then how would you even think that you could ask one to abuse one? As in, if it was a practice not to abuse, then how could you even consider it unless you were used to Sahaba fighting each other, that you even gave up on life? Yes? That person turned around, he said to Imam, or he said to Sahal, he said to him, abuse Imam Ali alayhi salam. When he said to him, abuse Imam Ali alayhi salam, Sahal, the Sahabi of Rasulullah, refused. So then the hadith continues that he said to him, if you refuse, then curse Ali ibn Abi Talib. Sahih Muslim 2409. Curse Ali ibn Abi Talib if you don't abuse him. Because you know there are different levels in Arabic of these types of words. From sab to la'in to shatim to nal to so on and so forth. Sahal at that moment when he was told, curse Abu Turab, he was told a specific title. Curse Abu Turab. Which means that title was widespread in Sham, in Medina, under Bani Umayyah. Curse Abu Turab. When he was told to curse Abu Turab, Sahal then replies with this interesting line. He said to him, do you know that that title is the dearest title to him? Lovely answer. That title is the dearest title to him. And it was given to him by Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alih. And what else? He used to be delighted when people would call him with that title. The governor looked, the governor said, tell me, how did he get that name? I asked the same question. How did you get Abu Turab? He said, he said, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alih one day went to visit him. When he went to visit him, he asked Fatima, where's the son of your uncle? She said to him, he left. We had a quarrel with each other. And he was annoyed. So he left the house. He decided not to stay here and rest. So he left the house. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, I'm quoting the exact hadith of Sahih Muslim. Rasulullah looked around. Does anyone know where Ali ibn Abi Talib is? They said to him, he's in the mosque. He went in, he saw him sleeping in the mosque. When he saw him sleeping in the mosque, his mantle had fallen off. And some dust had gathered on the mantle. When the dust had gathered on the mantle, the Prophet removed the dust and he said, Qum Abu Turab, Qum Abu Turab. That's what is the reason for the revelation of Abu Turab. That the Prophet had heard that Imam Ali had annoyed or was annoyed by Fatima al-Zahra of all people. Yes? He was annoyed by Fatima, so he left the house, as you do, your missus. If she gives you a little headache or something, you leave the house. Where do you go? You go and sleep in the mosque. Yep, that's where you go to sleep, in the mosque. And then the Rasulullah comes and he moves the dust from you and he says, Qum Abu Turab. In another narration in Bukhari, it is not Qum Abu Turab. It is Ijlis Abu Turab. Abu Turab, get up, get up. So he has dust all over him. And so the Prophet tells him, get up, because Imam Ali had nowhere else to go but to sleep in the mosque. Now, do we accept such a narration or no? No, of course not. Why don't we accept? Does that mean I reject the whole narration? No, I don't reject the whole narration. I reject what doesn't collaborate with my aqidah. That's it. Otherwise, what is there? Because someone might say to me, why do you quote from Bukhari and Muslim? I quote what is an agreement with Ahlul Bayt. Otherwise, what's not in agreement with Ahlul Bayt, I couldn't care less. I'm not interested whatsoever. So what's in agreement with history and with Ahlul Bayt? Notice I said with history and Ahlul Bayt. Because history wasn't just written by Muslims. History wasn't just written by religious people. It is known that the Umayyads instituted the cursing of Imam Ali alayhi salam. So number one, do I believe they were cursing Imam Ali alayhi salam? Yes, I do. Was it normal? Yes. Someone says this cursing, so what? Friday khutbah, someone begins cursing. The problem isn't the Mawlana. Look at my crowd today. I see there are children in my crowd. When I see these children in my crowd, mashallah, that I see kids over here. That child differs in their level. Some of them are able to understand the message. Some aren't. But the one who does, when he hears a curse on someone, he hates that person forever. When that person grows up, his life is a life of hatred towards that person. So when that person one day sees him, he might kill him. Or if he sees his daughters walking somewhere, he might hit them or smack them. Why? Because he hates the dad, so he hates the kids if he sees them one day. If he sees the kids of that person one day, who he used to hear cursed on the mimbar, then one day in Sham he might see their kids, or he might see their grandkids. And so he's a machine of hate towards that person. So did those people curse Ali ibn Abi Talib? Yes, they did. This part of the narration we accept. But the second part is what? Is that Fatima Zahra alayhi salam and Imam Ali had a problem? And Imam, no. Someone says, but it's there in the books of history? Yes. Did it make it into Shia books? Yes. Who told you all Shia books are to be taken? Every hadith in Shia books. Who told you we take every hadith in a Shia book? What is it? Quran for me to take it as Ma'soom? Any book of hadith there's open to the framework of scrutiny. Just because you have a Shia book at home, any book, and listen to me when I say any book, you have a dua book at home, you have a tafsir book at home, you have a hadith book at home, it doesn't matter to me. Don't say to me, but it's a dua book my mom and dad gave me 70 years. I don't care. A dua is open to scrutiny as much as a hadith is open to scrutiny. Any hadith that comes to me, I will look at the chain of the narrators. If I look at the chain of narrations, when it shows me in a Shia book that Fatima al-Zahra one day was angry with Imam Ali because Imam proposed for the daughter of Abu Jahl. You've heard that story. You know the hadith, Fatima is a part of me, whoever angers her angers me. You know what Bukhari's tafsir of this is, don't you? Fatima is a part of me, whoever angers her angers me, because Imam Ali angered her when he proposed for Abu Jahl's daughter. MashaAllah. Yes? That's why Imam Ali proposed for Abu Jahl's daughter. So Rasulullah said, Fatima is a part of me, whoever angers her, angers me. Baba, why are you trying your hardest to cause trouble between Imam Ali and Bibi? Why? Just because, so I'll hold my tongue back a little bit. Let me just hold back. I was going to go into gear 5. The problem is because when they see others naturally annoyed someone, when they see others naturally in their darkness, when they annoy a ma'soom, so you have to find another one who annoys the ma'soom. So then you could say, well, if she was bad to her husband, she was bad to her husband. Yes? Well, that's the whole way you do it. The whole way. For us, we reject this nonsense. Imam Ali had a quarrel with Bibi. So what does Imam Ali decide to do? Go and sleep in the mosque. That's Ali ibn Abi Talib. Imam Ali goes to sleep in a mosque. What is he? Someone who's sitting on benefits, who has nothing else to do? Well, why do you think half of these mosques, there are people sleeping in them? How many times you go to a mosque? You know what I'm talking about. You go to the mosque, you see the guy from Dhuhr till Maghrib sitting on the same chair. And so what? There's nothing else to do. He said, the British government's giving me a handout. So if I'm getting benefits, there's no need to work. I'll sit here in the mosque 7 hours. So normally in the UK, it's one community in particular. And they'll build mosques everywhere in the UK. Every 3 miles, 2 miles, there's a mosque of theirs. You'll see their elders, no work whatsoever. Sits there in the mosque, no movement. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib has nothing else to do, goes to sleep in the mosque. And even when you go in Medina, it's not us Shia, it's not our character to go and sleep in mosques. It's not for us. So I'm not saying it's haram, but it's not us. There are others, you go everywhere else, they're sleeping in the mosque 24/7. Nothing else to do but sleep in the mosque. Habibi, go be productive. Go earn, go work. Go do something. Someone says, no, I'm doing ibadah. Ibadah, there's a time. Yes, i'tikaf even has a time. But not i'tikaf 365 days a year. Yes? Imam Amir al-Mu'mineen, therefore, for us, is this what we accept? No, we don't. Sahel is on my head. I respect Sahel bin Sa'ad al-Sa'adi. And I respect him to a level, because I have categories of companions. He's not the highest. But Sahel, I don't believe Sahel would say there was a fight and a punch-up. Bukhari says what? And Muslim, they say there was a fight between the two of them. Rasulullah came, he removed dust from Imam. If I remove dust from you, why would I suddenly give you a title? You are now the father of dust. In your life, have you seen anyone, for example? In your life, you've seen anyone, he removes something from your shirt, he's like, I'm going to call you Abu so-and-so. To give someone a title, Abu Turab. Imagine Imam Ali is like, I love that title. Because I was asleep, dust was on me, Rasulullah called me Abu Turab. That was the dearest title to me. That's dearer than destroying Marhab in Khaybar. Honestly. In Khaybar, he's given titles like Karar, like Haidar, Asad, Layth, Bargham. But Abu Turab, because he removed dust from me, that's the dearest. Give me a break. I saw Allah with my eye or with my aql, my dear brothers and sisters. I saw Allah not with my eyes, I saw Allah with my aql. Ali ibn Abi Talib is proud of this title. Why? Because Rasulullah moved dust from him and said, Abu Turab. On the contrary, if I had a tiff with my missus and I went to the mosque, that would be the last thing I want to remember in my life. Yes? I wouldn't be delighted, I remember the day I hurt Fatima or she hurt me and the Prophet called me Abu Turab. That's the dearest day in my life. This is absurd. Wallah, it's absurd. So therefore someone asked the question. So what for us, the Shia? What's our opinion on this? Yes? That we the Shia, why is Imam Ali called Abu Turab? The hadith is discussed wonderfully from Ibn Abbas, from Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. When Ibn Abbas asks the Holy Prophet, peace be upon his family, you can find this in Ma'ani al-Akhbar, amongst other works, Al-Kafi and so on. All you have to do, you could go online, you'll find the narration. When he asks the Holy Prophet, peace be upon his family, and there are some ulama who say there are 8 descriptions of why Imam is Abu Turab. But suffice for us that when Ibn Abbas is asked, why did Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi give the title Abu Turab to Imam Ali alayhi salam? He replied by saying a very powerful statement. Look at the difference between Bukhari and Muslim and between Ibn Abbas on who? On Abu Turab. He says because Ali ibn Abi Talib is number 1, Sahibul Arth. He is the companion of the earth. وَحُجَّةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهَا وَعَلَىٰ أَهْلِهَا after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa. Imam Ali is the master of the earth and the hujjah of Allah on this earth after Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. Yes? That this earth, listen to it, وَبِهِ بَقَاؤُهَا وَإِلَيْهِ سُكُونَهَا. And with Imam Ali on this earth is the actual life of this earth. Without it, the earth would swallow its inhabitants. Allahu Akbar. صلوا على محمد وآل محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. Needs another Nara Haidari, please. And another Nara Haidari, please. MashaAllah, I should take you with me everywhere I go. Honestly, that was a super duper power Nara Haidari. Who can just top his Nara with the loudest Nara, please? Tell us. Go ahead. But there's some of you not saying Ya Ali with conviction. Yani, I know your heart is in Najaf, but not the conviction. So one more, but I want to hear everybody with a conviction. Do one more and I want to hear one more reply. This is Majlis Amir al-Mu'mineen. This is the last 10 nights of Mawla's life. We want to understand and remember Mawla's fada'il. In 10 nights, the father of this ummah is going to die. So these are the Ashra of Wida'. So in the Ashra of Wida', I make sure that Amir al-Mu'mineen is remembered and his haqq is given. Some of us may not be here next year when it comes to the 19th of Ramadan. Maybe your last one. Maybe my last. We have to make sure that we give him his haqq. He says he is Abu Turab because he is Sahib al-Ard. Hujjat Allah ala ahliha ba'd. He is the Hujjah of Allah over the people after the Holy Prophet, peace be upon his family. وَبِهِ بَقَاؤُهَا إِلَيْهِ سُكُنَهَا. And with him the earth remains and does not swallow its inhabitants. Why? What does this mean? Ali ibn Abi Talib's presence on this earth is important because he is Allah's Hujjah on this earth. Someone says, what does that mean? If Allah does not have a Hujjah on the earth, there's no need for the earth to remain. The only way, look at the hadith, the earth cannot be devoid of a Hujjah of Allah on it. That's why sometimes when people ask me, what are one of your 100 proofs for Imam al-Mahdi? What is one of my proofs? That if you say there's no Imam al-Mahdi at the moment, then how do you contradict with the hadith that says there has to be a Hujjah of Allah on earth at all times? The Hujjah of Allah is, what is it theologically? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by his justice would not leave us with one of his proofs on the earth to show us how best to get closer to Allah, how best to worship Allah. When this earth was created, Adam was here because there cannot be an earth without a Hujjah. Yes? The Hujjah, yes, sometimes our internal Hujjah is our intellect. The external Hujjah is the one chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Internal Hujjah is our intellect. The external Hujjah is the one chosen by Allah. If there's no Hujjah on earth, I can turn around to Allah and say, why you ask me to worship you when you have not shown me a proof of yours on the earth? Yes? So Imam isn't Turab. Imam is the father of the earth. Imam is the father of that dust. On the first level, therefore, then look at what the hadith says. Listen to this. I want everybody to be ready, especially you. Everybody to be ready, especially you. He says, then on the day of judgment, the people will envy the Shia of Abu Turab. Why? Why? They will envy the Shia of Ali because of their honor and their closeness to him. That the people will say, Ya laytani kuntu Turaba. I wish I was a follower of who? Of Abu Turab. Therefore the ta'weel, not the tafsir, the ta'weel of the ayah Ya laytani kuntu Turaba is what? Is that I wish on the day of judgment people will say, I wish I was a follower of Abu Turab. Go ahead. Ya laytani Ya Ali. Keep going, keep going. I was gonna say we have all night, then I remembered I'm in a Khaja center. Ya laytani kuntu turaba in our hadiths. Someone says, but it's not in anyone else's hadith. I don't care. Do I look like I lose sleep? Look at my face. I don't care if it's not in any other school in Islam. It's in my school, that's all I care about. Ya laytani kuntu turaba is what? That I wish on the day of judgment I was a Abu Turabi. Now someone says, that Turab, is that actual title? Yes, the Shia, at one point they were called Shia. Another point they were called Rafidi. What a title. Another point they were known as what? Turabi. Someone says the Shia were known as Turabis. Yes. There were people, if they were followers of Imam Ali, they would say we are Turabis. Say, what do you mean Turabi? Why would they call themselves Turabi? They would say we are the dust under the feet of Abu Turab. Look at this. Look at this. أنا وجميع من فوق التراب فداء لنعل أبي تراب. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. Me and who? Me and all those above the Turab are worthless and sacrifice ourselves under the feet of Abu Turab. Yes? أنا وجميع من فوق التراب فداء للنعل أبي تراب. You ask me, they ask the Shia, When you are called Turabi, what does it mean? Because many times when historians sit here, they tell you we were called Shia or Rawafid. But how many explain to you that we were known as Turabis? That I am the dust under the shoe, under the slipper of Ali ibn Abi Talib. That's what I am. What, you think I'm the one who's saying this? It's not me. I'm the dust under the dust, under the dust, under the dust of Muhammad, son of Abu Bakr. Yes? I'm the dust under the dust, under the dust, under the dust of Al-Miqdad and Salman and Abu Dhar. I'm the dust under the dust, under the dust, under the dust of the feet of people like Malik al-Ashtar. Yes? And of Amr bin Hamaq al-Khuza'i. And of others like Khuzayma bin Thabit and Ammar bin Yasir. The Shia used to say, أنا وجميع من فوق التراب فداء لنعل أبي تراب. Me and all those above the earth, those Shia used to say, we give sacrifice to even the slippers of Abu Turab. Yes? The slippers that Imam Ali would wear, the sandals, whatever you want to call them, the feet of Ali ibn Abi Talib. Yes? We are not worthy to even be under those feet. Our opponents say shirk. Wallah, you can bark shirk from now till Qiyamah. It makes no difference to me. I don't need your acceptance until I go to my grave. I go on the day of judgment. I don't want to say Ya laytani kuntu turaba. I want to say I'm a follower of Abu Turab. Yes? And that's why you see, of those companions, who was there? Kumail bin Ziyad. Kumail bin Ziyad, when Hajjaj was about to execute him in Hannana, you know Masjid Hannana, when we go ziyarah, we go to Kumail in Kufa, Masjid Hannana, next to it, Kumail bin Ziyad, Hajjaj goes to him, you leave the path of Abu Turab. He doesn't say leave the path of Ali, not Karrar, not Haidar, not Dargham, not Layth. Leave the path of Abu Turab and I'll give you whatever you want. Listen to his reply. What a reply. He says, show me a path better than Abu Turab's. Allah. Show me a path better than Abu Turab and I will follow that path. Ultimately, that's why I'm Shia. Why am I Shia? Why do you think I'm Shia? Because I woke up one day and my parents are Shia? Yes, 60-70% of us are like that. There's no doubt. Put him in a Hindu family, he's Hindu. Put him in a Christian family, he's Christian. There's 60-70% are like that. But there's always 30-40% who are Shia because every other path I saw didn't add up to me. And I found the path of Abu Turab is the one that adds up. Because in Abu Turab I saw ilm and hikmah and basira. And Abu Turab, I saw every ethical attribute you could ever see in perfection. That's why I'm a Turabi. At the end, Kumail, look what Kumail says. Show me a path better than Abu Turab. He said, leave Abu Turab. I won't kill you. He said, show me a path better than Abu Turab. I'll follow it. Hajjaj said, so I'll kill you. He said, go ahead and kill me. So on. So what's this dunya? Many times, many of us, even myself, they ask me, aren't you worried? Aren't you scared? Scared of what? What do you think? How long I'm going to live on this earth? So what? I'm going to attach myself to this earth? This earth has deceived many more than me. It's better that you leave a legacy and you leave this world than live in this world, enjoy it. You've left no legacy whatsoever, no stand, no nothing. Therefore, the Turabis was the third name of the Shia. After Shia, Rawafid, Turabi. A Turabi, number one, he said, I am worthless even under the feet of Ali ibn Abi Talib. And that's why I will never forget this incident. I will never forget Abdullah ibn Zubair. Now I've mentioned him 2 nights in a row. Honestly, I'm going to go crazy because I mentioned him twice in a row. And I will wash my mouth, inshallah, with Dettol so that I never have to mention this guy again. This Abdullah ibn Zubair, this guy in Mecca, Ibn Abbas was teaching fiqh in Mecca, in Masjid al-Haram. Ibn Abbas. Teaching fiqh where? Masjid al-Haram. Ibn Abbas's brother had a madif. You know madif, like mokib when you walk from Najaf to Karbala. You know the mokibs? Yeah? You know, people are giving out food and drink and so on. Abdullah ibn Zubair, someone came up to him. He said to him, have you seen what's happening in Mecca? And you don't even have a voice. Ibn Abbas has a school of fiqh he's teaching in Masjid al-Haram. His brother has a madif. You know, Abdullah ibn Zubair, he turned around. There was only one thing that was troubling him. Not the fiqh. Not the madif, but that the Turabis were rising. Too much praise of Abu Turab. And the Turabis were, because Ibn Abbas was not scared of praising Imam Ali alayhi salam. It's not just his cousin. He believed in Amir al-Mu'mineen to a certain extent, fought alongside Amir al-Mu'mineen. Ibn Abbas. So you know what he did? He sent Abdullah bin Muti' al-Audi. He sent Abdullah bin Muti' al-Audi. And he said to him that go towards where? Go towards the class of Ibn Abbas and shout, stop the slogans praising Abu Turab. That's his whole concern in his life. How comes the Turabi slogan is so high? Others you would think that their concern would be who's reciting the Quran, improvement of knowledge. No. He, Abdullah ibn Zubair, hated that Abu Turab's name was high. And that's why I have a belief. It's not just Bani Umayyah who cursed Imam Ali. Bani Zubair as well cursed Amir al-Mu'mineen. One of them was blatant in your face. Open cursing in the Friday prayer. The other, no, not blatant. But he tries to ruin wherever there is praise of Ali ibn Abi Talib, or whoever is narrating from Ali ibn Abi Talib, he tries to block that praise from happening. Therefore, what do we find? We find that the Shia would call themselves Turabis. They would say that we are what? We are sacrificing ourselves under the feet of Imam Ali. And they wanted that title to remain, that Imam Ali is what? He is Sahib al-Ardh, Hujjatullah. This earth, bihi baqa'uha, ilayhi sukunaha. They wanted that spread where? That wanted it to be spread all over the community, that people understood the legacy of this man. Why were the Shia so adamant? Because they had seen that this man, people were either not narrating his legacy anymore, or no, worse than that. Sahel shows that it even got worse than that. How? They even began to kill anyone related to this man. Because in Karbala, many times people ask me, the narrations that we have about Karbala and Kufa and Sham, how reliable are they? I say to them, we have companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi, who were alive at the time of Karbala. They told us what happened in Karbala and Kufa and Sham. Like who? Ibn Abbas was alive. Jabir bin Abdullah al-Ansari was alive. Zayd bin Arqam was alive. Others were alive. And amongst those who was alive was who? Was this man, Sahel bin Sa'ad al-Sa'idi. This Sahel bin Sa'ad al-Sa'idi, he was alive. He would travel far and wide. This man who narrates that hadith from Sahih Muslim and from Bukhari, this man is one of the chief narrators of what happened in Sham. Yes? How does he narrate what happened in Sham? He says that I was traveling to Bayt al-Maqdis, and as I was passing Sham, I saw the people celebrating. Allahu Akbar. He said, I saw the people celebrating. When I saw the people celebrating, I turned around towards them and I said, is this day a day of Eid? They said to him, no, it's not. He said, then what is this day? They said, oh Sahel, listen to the reply. Do not be surprised if the earth swallows its inhabitants. Because the earth, when you kill the Hujjah of Allah, the earth may take some of those creation. Because there's a bala on that earth. Oh Sahel, do not be surprised if they swallow, the earth swallows its inhabitants. He said to them, what do you mean? They said to him, the grandchildren of Rasulullah are being paraded in the streets of Sham. Allahu Akbar. You know, some of us may not believe the stories about what happened in Sham to Bibi and the rest of them. It's only when you look in the news that you realize something may have happened to anyone who may have remotely been linked to Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. They said to him, Sahel, do not be surprised, the grandchildren of Rasulullah are being carried from one part of Sham to another. Sahel was mystified. The grandchildren of Rasulullah, surely not. The children of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Abu Turab, they're being chained one by one. Some of them so young that their necks are connected to the necks of the elders, and they're tiptoeing from one side to another. Sahel says that I turned around and I saw a young girl. I said to her, who are you? She said, I am the daughter of Abu Abdullah, the granddaughter of Amir al-Mu'mineen. He said to her, is there anything that I could do for you? She said to him, do you see the head of my father on that spear and the head of Abbas on the other? He said to her, yes I do. She said, remove the heads far from us. We cannot take seeing the heads of our beloved on those spears. Sahel said, I went, remove them, and then he turned around and he saw Imam Zayn al-Abidin with the chain around his neck. What does Imam Zayn al-Abidin want the most? If you were to ask him that question at that moment, what is it that you want the most? What would his reply be? Just bring me a piece of cloth. Why? So I may place the cloth between the chain and my neck. The chain has been cutting through my neck since we left Karbala. If the chain was cutting through your neck, then what did it do to Zainab's neck? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to raise us with Muhammad and Al Muhammad. Ya Allah, allow us to be those who follow Abu Turab in all our lives. Instill the love in us of Muhammad and Al Muhammad. Raise us with them on the day of judgment, and with their grandson, the Imam of our time, Imam Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman. Allow us to be amongst his followers. The originators of this majlis, Ya Allah, continue to bless them and bless this community and shower your mercy upon them, Ya Allah. Let us remember our marhumeen who instilled in us the love of Amir al-Mu'mineen with a Surah al-Fatiha, but before it, the loudest of your salawat.
السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى جدك وأبيك وأمك وأخيك وتسعة المعصومين من ذريتك وبنيك. السلام عليك يا أبا الفضل عباس بن أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا سائر الشهداء جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا غريب الغرباء معين الضعفاء الفقراء السلطان أبو الحسن علي بن موسى الرضا. كن شفيعنا وشفيع والدينا في يوم الجزاء ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا صاحب العصر والزمان خليفة الرحمن إمام الإنس والجان. عجل الله فرجك وسع الله تعالى مخرجك وجعلنا من أنصار تحت لوائك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. اللهم صل. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم كل وليك الحجة ابن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وعينا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا.
I'm packing food for the needy, Ayan. Allah says in chapter number 2, verse 274, those who give charity day and night openly and secretly will be rewarded. Charity for me is to bring a smile on someone's face. Please donate the Ramadan relief. Be generous. Be generous.
Please donate to Ramadan charity. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم ردد الأسفل سافلين إن الذين ما عملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون. Allah has said in the Quran that those that worship and do good deeds will have a never-ending reward. So if we do charity, it's a good deed. So Allah will give us loads of rewards.
Imam Rida alayhi salam has said, give charity even with a small amount, because indeed all that is intended for the sake of Allah, although it may be small, it becomes great after having an honest intention. From this beautiful narration of our 8th holy Imam, we see the significance placed on giving charity and helping others who may be in need. We should always have the pure intention of wanting to help others. This is not restricted to the Muslim community alone, rather humanity as a whole.
We're blessed to have iftar daily on our tables. Let's think about our fellow Muslims around the world and give basket or more towards the Ramadan relief this year.
Imam Jafar Sadiq said that everything has a key, and the key to sustenance is charity.
Surah 76, verse 8. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. ويطعمون الطعام على حبه مسكينا ويتيما وأسيرا. And they give food out of their love for Allah to the needy and the orphan and the captive. Let this verse inspire us to help those in need as taught to us by the Ahlul Bayt. Please support Ramadan relief in this holy month of Ramadan to help the needy all over this world. Ramadan Kareem!
Alia, what happened? I'm not feeling well lately.
Alia, I think we should give charity. As the Holy Prophet has said, give alms and cure your sick persons by it, because alms can surely remove your bad fortunes and ailments, and it causes prolongation of your lifetimes and increases your rewards. How can we do this? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? We can donate to Ramadan relief and help those who are less fortunate. Please donate generously. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm packing food for the needy, Ayan. Allah says in chapter number 2, verse 274, those who give charity day and night openly and secretly will be rewarded. Charity for me is to bring a smile on someone's face. Please donate the Ramadan relief. Be generous.
Be generous. Please donate to Ramadan charity. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم ثم ردد الأسفل سافلين إن الذين ما عملوا الصالحات فلهم أجر غير ممنون. Allah has said in the Quran that those that worship and do good deeds will have a never-ending reward. So if we do charity, it's a good deed. So Allah will give us loads of rewards.
Imam Rida alayhi salam has said, give charity even with a small amount, because in